Well, good morning. It's Crazy Cheap Chick. I ran up to Dillon's this morning to buy a roast, and as long as I was there, I checked all the clearance racks, and of course I found stuff like I always do. And I added a little bit to my prepper pantry. Now, where I live here in Kansas, it's been crazy hot. We've had lots of storms, not tornadoes, just straight line winds. And 60, 70, 80 mile an hour winds have brought down limbs all over the area. Our little electrical contracting business has been very busy because it brings these limbs down on lines and pulls the power off people's houses, and there's all kinds of people around here without power. Well, you never know when an event like this is going to happen, and so I feel like it's always best just to be prepared for anything. Look down south, they're having just day after day of extreme heat. In Vermont, they're having all the flooding. You never know what you're going to face, and so just be the best prepared you can. Don't worry about it, but be prepared if possible. So I'm going to show you what I found today and what I'm adding to my prepper pantry, and you tell me what things that you like to keep in stock for emergencies. I'm interested. This does not look like $60 worth of food, but that's what it cost, and I'm going to show you what I got. I went up to Dillon's today because, as I told you, I'm trying to just go every 2 or 3 days and buy just what I need. Hopefully 3 days. Hopefully this will be 3 days worth of food. And what I wanted was a roast. I will not be home the next couple of days, and so I wanted to put something in the crock pot. I'll be gone during the day and come home at night. And when I was working for a company, now I'm self-employed, but when I worked for a company, I remember like so many days getting a chunk of meat out of the freezer, putting it frozen in a crock pot, adding some water, and coming home to a mushy meal. And I was grateful I didn't have to cook. Well, there's better ways to cook in a crock pot, and I'm going to show you how with this roast. So watch for that video. You can make it taste so much better than that mushy meat that you have been eating. And it's still in a crock pot, and crock pots are great this time of year because, like, right now, it's not even 10 o'clock and it's already in the 80s. And so you don't want to heat up your house cooking a roast for 4 hours. So a crock pot is a really good way to cook meat in the summer, in my opinion. And hopefully we're going to get 3 meals out of this. Then I needed some milk, and it was on sale for $1.29. This melon was $1.99. I call it muskmelon. Do you call it cantaloupe? It depends on where you live. People call it different things. My mom said the bigger that this was on the end, supposedly the sweeter it will be, so we're going to try that. $1.99 is a great price, especially since I will save the seeds out of this and try to grow it next year. And I found this bacon on the clearance rack. This package was $2.05 and this one was $2.69. So at some point we're going to have some BLTs. I'm starting to get tomatoes out of the garden. There's nothing better than a BLT with garden tomatoes. Then in the deli section, they had some pretty good deals today. They had some deli meat. This is, let's see, some Smoke Master Black Forest ham for $3.37. It had been $7.31. This was, or is, some chicken for $3.26. It had been $7.40. Some cheese. This is just some provolone cheese for $1.88. It had some honey for $8.40. Now, normally I get my honey from my neighbor who raises bees. He's probably got 100 hives down there. But this is so much less expensive that I broke down and bought it. I always worry about buying honey at the store, though. I'm concerned they may, put corn syrup in it or something. It may not be 100% pure honey, whereas I know his honey's pure honey. Then they had this Panera mac and cheese for $2.10, and that's what we're having with lunch today with a salad. Some apple slices for $1.20 because since we're going to be gone, I've got to pack us a lunch, and I have apples, but these are already prepackaged, so we'll just have these. Some cookies. I'll probably sneak a cookie in my lunch and save the rest for the grandkids. And this little cheesecake for $2.96. I couldn't make this for $2.96. You couldn't buy the cream cheese and a package of graham crackers even for $3. And so this is a nice little treat. I've learned I won't stay on a diet or a budget if I don't give myself an occasional treat. But I try not to eat dessert every day. I try to think of fruit as dessert. Then they had this cat food for $3.78. We do have 2 cats, and they are working cats. Our cats, they stay outside during the day, and then we put them up at night in our, what we call our barn. It's like a Morton metal building, because we do have coyotes and predators out here. Though I think my cat could probably whip most predators, and they are vicious hunters. And so they mostly feed themselves. They spend their days down in the creek, hunting frogs and fish and whatever they can catch. I see them running around with mice and moles, and they're probably getting bunnies. Who knows what they're getting. But even though we put out food for them, they don't eat very much of it because they prefer their own fresh meals. And we do give them like treat meals. Like usually my husband buys their food at Tractor Supply. But we do give them some treats from time to time. My husband always gives them a treat on Friday nights and special occasions. And those cats seem to have the ability to know Friday night. They know when Friday night is. Thanks so much for watching my video. Please give me a like, comment, share, or subscribe. Have a great day.